are from Group 1. We want to explain about cross culture between Indonesia and Japan. So, we want to introduce our member of group from the right.
My name is Amus Kapaniwi. I am Nisa Alirafis.
My name is Muhammad Suarso.
My name is Hairani.
I am Anissa May Azura.
Okay, let's enjoy and happy watching, guys. So guys, we have two pictures that describe about politeness between Indonesia and Japan. So we have another of conclusion about this picture, that culture of respecting others. The first picture that we know in Japan, we know is the first is Sheikuru, Kyoru, and Eshekuru. We know that when we want to respect each other, something like we have a bow at least like 15 and 30 degrees when to respect each other, and also that Seikuru, you must bow your body into like 20 until 30 degrees, and also that you know that Ashokuru, you said you should know that you should bow your body until 40 degrees. I know that that's kind of complicated to understand. When you know about these two things, this is known as apologize. There's have a difference between Indonesia. When you pass him, the old man or somebody that's older than you should bow and using your hands to pass them. So that's the difference between Indonesia and Japan about this cross culture. Thank you.
The second, handshake culture. Shaking hand is a culture practiced by both Japan and Indonesians. The difference is that in Indonesia, shaking hands is a common thing to do when meeting people. In Japan, shaking hands is not common, but it is practiced during international events.
Okay, and number 3 is eating culture. Before eating, Japanese people always clap a small hand called gasho, then say itadakimasu, which means bon appetit. Then after finishing the meat, they say gochizo sama deshita to show gratitude to the cook. For Indonesian, they pray according to their belief before and after eating. Then in Japan, there are the spirit culture when eating noodles. If we eat noodles in Japan, we must make a slurp sound, and the noodles should not to be cut quickly. The chef that the food is delicious. While in Indonesia, we should not make a sound when eating whenever the food is, because it is considered
Okay, number 4, drinking culture. In Japan, there is a tea ceremony called sadao. Sadao is divided into two types. The first being Osaka. A less formal, the ceremony Osaka is usually done to celebrate graduation or success by invite friends or close relatives. The second is Chachi, which is very formal and sacred and can last for more than 4 hours. In Indonesia, there is no culture or tradition of drinking tea with strict rules like in Japan.
Okay, 5. Culture in transportation. As you know, Indonesia is famous for its traffic density filled with public and private vehicles. Many public vehicles, such as angkot, stop in the middle of the road to pick up and drop off passengers. So, there are often traffic jams that make people emotional. Unlike Japan, people in Japan prefer transportation that does not cause excessive pollution. They are very obedient not to cause pollution, and there is also adequate transportation in the form of trains such as the MRT and Shinkansen. So I will give example of image the culture transportation in Japan. So this is culture transportation in Japan, and this is the culture transportation in Indonesia. In addition, the car tax in Japan is much higher than Indonesia. Therefore, we often see school children to adults in Japan who use bicycle to the activities. Not only that, Japanese people are also accustomed to walking when traveling, and the distance travel is also quite far, unlike Indonesia, which is not accustomed walking when traveling far.
So guys, we have a conclusion about what something that we have presenting. So
We have to respect and appreciate.
Between Japan and Indonesia,
That's all. Thank you.
thank you guys.